What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at again with another video. So, I wanted to make a separate video talking about, obviously, the Jimmy, Jay, and Gunther segment. I needed to make a separate video about this because they have finally picked it up when it comes to this feud feeling like it's worthy of a WrestleMania match. Lately, this feud has been kind of underwhelming, to say, in comparison to everything else. And it's not to say that there aren't some good stuff about Jay and Gunther, but you can tell it didn't have the same intensity as, you know, what we've been getting with Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk, or what's been going on with John Cena and Cody Rhodes. This felt like kind of just a regular match that's going to happen at WrestleMania. Yeah, people love them some Jay. Jay has gotten a lot of more hate as of recent since winning the Royal Rumble, but they hadn't really did anything of substance to really enhance this feud. Once Jimmy got involved, that's when things started to pick up, because Jimmy is coming in essentially as the brother to give Jay the motivation he needs, because the story they're trying to tell now is Jay starting to lose the confidence because the fans, well, the online fans, don't believe in him, and now he's starting not to believe in himself, per storyline wise, right? And Jimmy getting involved, slapping the dog piss out of Gunther. I believe that was last week, slapping him silly and getting in a one-on-one match with Gunther. This was kind of going to be the catalyst to get Jay to snap out of his funk and focus up on the task at hand. A lot of us knew that Jimmy was going to lose, and a lot of us were expecting that Jimmy most likely is going to get packed up and sent to the gulags, and that's what's going to cause Jay to lock in. And we did get that. And the way they set this up was actually quite interesting. So we get the match. Jimmy starts off pretty early, getting some offense in, but ultimately Gunther started taking control. It got to the point where Gunther had an opportunity to end the match multiple times, but he chose not to. I also want to make mention, before Jimmy even went out to the match, Jimmy and Jay was talking in the back, and Jay told Jimmy, hey, just be careful out there, because Jimmy didn't want Jay to be out there in his corner. He wanted to do it by himself. And Jay's like, hey, just be careful out there. You already knew. Someone tell you to be careful in a situation, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to end too well for you. So Gunther had a chance the entire, later on in half, to end the match. But every time he would go for the pin, he would raise Jay up. He would basically lift up Jay to keep the match going. He could end it, but he would choose not to do that. He did that multiple times. Finally, he ended up putting the chokehold on him, and he made Jimmy pass out. So that alone, you're thinking, okay, there's probably going to be some type of attack that happens after the match, because he bullied him. He bullied him in the last half of the match, kept picking him up in the pinning situation just to do more damage. He choked him out. Jimmy passes out. You knew the attack was most likely coming. It did. And that's when Gunther decided to put the choke on him again. Then Jay runs down there full speed, starts attacking Gunther, and eventually he fights him off through the ropes, and then fights him off into the crowd. Gunther ends up running away, and Jay goes to check on his brother with officials. So we go to the commercial break, and at that point I'm like, damn, I was expecting a little bit more, but it seems as if Jimmy, he kind of, even though he got packed up, he's still good for the most part. He didn't really get destroyed like we were thinking. But boy, oh boy, we fell for the okie doke. Because when we come back, Gunther comes back. He circles back around, and he attacks Jimmy. Then he starts attacking Jay, and he knocks one of the steel steps off, and he's about to powerbomb Jay onto the steel steps, but security and officials get involved. He starts fighting off security, ends up picking up one of the JAG securities and hits him with a power bomb onto the steel steps. security died. Then another security got kicked in the face and stumped in the face on the outside. Like, he's just tossing people. Now they can't control him. Then all of a sudden, Gunther gets some zip ties. Now, you know anything about wrestling. If a wrestler gets handcuffs or zip ties, somebody that the wrestler cares about is getting sent to the gulags in the worst way possible. And that's exactly what happened, because Jay's trying to fight and he ends up putting the zip tie on Jay to I believe it was like the second rope, and he couldn't get out. He couldn't get out of it. So now he's got one arm tied to the second rope. He couldn't break free. So then he proceeds to beat the crap out of Jimmy. He's talking shit. He's beating him up, throwing him into the barricade. Jay gets into the ring trying to break free. Gunther's over here taunting him. Oh, you want this? Oh, this is as close as you'll get to the title. Just taunting him. Jimmy gets up on the other side, and Gunther proceeds to hit Jimmy over the top of the head with the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, knocks him back down. And then the next time you see Jimmy, he's covered in blood, leaking blood everywhere. Jay can't do nothing. So Jimmy gets in the ring. I think Gunther gets Jimmy in the ring, and that's when he hits Gunther hits Jimmy with a power bomb, a very brutal looking power bomb, and he's a bloody mess, just a bloody mess. And then at this point, it just becomes a horror story because Jay can't do nothing. Gunther's taunting him. Come on, save your brother, save him. Just elbowing him, hitting him over and over and over, blood everywhere. He's wiping the blood on his body. It was just a murder scene. There was nothing he could do. You got Jay in the corner. It's like, I'm gonna kill you. Like, he's just losing it. There's nothing he can do. There's at one point he moves Jimmy's body closer to Jay, but not close enough where he can get to him. He'll have him right next to him, but not enough where he can touch him and save him. And then he'll pull him right back. Then he put the choke on him again. Officials try to get him to stop. And this was just all while Jay had to watch. Gunther called this nigga Jay a pussy while choking out his own fucking brother. Brutal stuff. Afterwards, he wipes the blood on him. He even licks it a little bit. He licks the blood and he spits it out. And just utter disrespect. After he choked this nigga out while he was a bloody crimson mass, he licks the blood and spits it out, all while Jay couldn't do nothing. This is what the feud needed. This right here, in my humble opinion, is what saved this feud for me, in the sense of I care. I care more now than I have this entire time. They made me care because Jimmy got packed up, and Jimmy was a sacrificial lamb, essentially, to get Jay to snap, to get him to lock in. And this is what we needed. Exactly what we needed. This is what this feud needed. Now it means even more for Jay, because now it's personal. Now you try to end my brother. It's no longer just about the title. It's to end you. And I hope, and we will see how he comes out next week. I know they're big on crowd, participation. I know crowd's going to be yeeting when his music hit. And there's a good chance he will probably be yeeting a little bit with them. But I hope they take the route of him not yeeting. Needing him to focus up. Needing him to be the Jay that gets his revenge for his brother. Serious Jay. No laughing. No smiling. Straight. When I get my hands on you, Gunther, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to end you for my brother. This ain't about me no more. It's for him now. I need that. Rest of the WrestleMania, you can do the yeeting and stuff when you get to WrestleMania. You know, it's going to be a crazy entrance. But me personally, he needs to be on timing. They can even set it up, which I think will be even greater. They can even set it up where Gunther, they have officials for Gunther because they know Jay is on a different timing now. Like after the first week, for the remaining weeks, he just has security around him. And Gunther can play it up like, it's not for me. The security's not for you. It's for me so I don't hurt you. Something like that. They need to do that. Build it up. Build the anticipation of, Jay really trying to end him. Like, I do think it's going to be that situation where, maybe next week he tries to get his hands on him. He's able to a little bit, but Gunther's able to escape because of the officials and stuff. And that's when they start bringing in more officials for this particular situation. But I need him to lock in and less be of the yeeting and all this other stuff and more of, I'm going to hurt you. I'm going to end you. And I'm taking the title with me as well. Like, I need that version of Jay. And I think we may get it. I hope we do. But this excited me a lot. This was great. I don't think I've ever seen Gunther on the main roster be that, destructive. Like, this was, this was good. He really showed that evilness here. Because, man, he looked like a goddamn serial killer out there. And this was fantastic. Love what they did with Gunther. Jay killed it. Jimmy killed it. This was fantastic. I just want them to keep this momentum going. Don't have him just be out there smiling and eating. No. The time for smiles is over. It's time to get it back in blood. All pun intended. Get it for your brother, bro. But I just had to make a separate video talking about this because they have actually made me care about this feud that much more. Comment down below. Let me know. How did y'all feel about this Jimmy, Jay, and Gunther segment? Did this interaction with all three of these guys, did this make you care about the Gunther and Jay match at WrestleMania that much more? Or is it kind of still the same for you? Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this whole segment, and did it increase any more excitement for you to see this match, Jay versus Gunther at WrestleMania? But I appreciate all love, support. Road to 150K. Appreciate y'all kicking in with me. See y'all on the next one. Peace.